Warning, this video contains how the owl is done. But okay, finally sculpting the major scales, right? Well, I don't like how he looks right now, so I decided to adjust his neck shape. Kind of mention that creature back there. The creature is the one who mainly inspired how this weird hybrid creature looks. Also, his neck looks very big cause I hope someday a head would fit inside of there. I did restart this project back, oh gosh, almost 3 years ago if my memory serves me correctly, just to get his eye size for another project. Hence, not much progress from then. Next, I tried to YOLO his scale by just masking it directly, but decided not to, cause everything needs to be planned right, or it will get expensive real fast. Or first, I need to mark his center. I decided to use plane as my center plane. Here is how to interpret these lines. The red represents the peak, the blue represents the valley, and lastly the green represents the valley against his body length. I used 7 iPhone on the internet. It have 4 peaks. One of them isn't a full scale, starting after the shoulder and ended at the waist. For the waist, I decided to spread the pattern a bit at the tail. I also drawn the valley approximately at the center between the red lines. For the incomplete scales, the valley will split between it, engulfing the left and the right side of that incomplete scales. Then, fuse back again at the waist. This process took me multiple attempts to do, so we save sometimes and just skip forward to drawing set scales. Starting from the neck, drawing the scales shape with the mesh tool, then dig the clay in with the layers tool, then pinch those grooves. And the fox are still too big. I did recover my backup rather than trying to fix it, repairing the mouth accessories and smooth the head a bit. I did remax it to only 0.2 cause I want to save some memory. Spoiler alert, it bit me in the back. Then use tiny topo to sculpt more voxel. So painting extra voxel, then paint the scale pattern. What I could see from my reference is that their scales is round. So that's how I draw it. But first, I turn the scale grid, making sure it's straight. Luckily, stabilized stroke is a major help for me. Then, down the round parts. The most center scales looks square-ish to me. Then the outer scales looks round to me on all sides. So again, that's what I draw. After the mesh is down, I curve the pattern by inverting the mesh. Then with layer brush, I remove some clay. Oops, almost forget to create a backup. Curve it again, then pinch the curve. So it doesn't look too big. Well, it looks ugly. I think it is not deep enough and looks too pinch. So accessing backup later, cleaning some patch mark and curve it again. This time, make it deep, perhaps too deep. Then lightly pinch the curve and refine some sharp edges. Oh yeah, and the nostril, I'm not forget about that. Although you can see it, it took me multiple attempts to form it. After making the nostril, I decided to try detailing his neck, matching my reference on the BRF. And probably you could see that I do not know what I'm doing here. Just adding some scratch matching my reference on the BRF. Next I did is to starting to sculpt the side scales. Now you do need to see that eventually in the part 4, I decided to just shave it off. Did all the same to the body. Then define the voxel. During the scale, this time I decided to use freehand method, digging the groove and pinching it. And finally, sculpting the spikes. I do not know what this thing called. By drawing the shapes, densifying the process because it looks ugly. Then pulling it and pinching it at the tip so it looks sharpish. And also smoothing the transition. While sculpting these scales, I noticed that Blender is getting slower and slower, especially when Turntable is on. At first I just shook it off, but eventually it felt so sluggish and I decided to give up and searching on what's going on. Apparently, Turntable has a limit on how many vertices it could handle. Okay, then just lower the vertices amount by doing that on his scales and his belly off camera. Yeah, it didn't work. So I just give up and remixed the whole body into 0.02 again. And that's how I discovered Tentacle have a limit. Okay, the tail. I decided to change the tail portion. Cause it took so much work to form these scales. I decided to simplify it a bit only to have two peaks. Since plan change, I need to clean the geometry. Yeah, this is the reason why I do not try to fix the meshes. It took times to do and the result isn't that clean. For sculpting the tail, nothing changed much from the body except the last few sections of the tail, the one that merged into the center. I still do it like before, but this time it's so much bigger than the regular spikes. Then I decided to pull them all at once, matching my Chris Spencer reference. A bone, anyway, from the waist, forming the spine to the head. Then forming the tailbone by extending the tip to the tip and subdivide it multiple times. And jump to the feet and hand. While sculpting the hand, I encountered some issue. The hand isn't straight, unfortunately. It has some curve. I needed to match the bone to the hand curve. Oh yeah, I remember probably the day I decided to get bored sculpting the skills. So I decided to create the deformation bumps. I will explain further in the part 4 of this build series. For now, back to the mesh. Then finally merging the head with the body together using the pull tool. Then checking if it successfully merged. Fortunately it is. Then smoothing the transition between the head and the body. Drawing the last two scales, then matching the head and feet palm, also the wing together to the body. The feet merge just fine without any problem. The hand section gives me some problem due to its geometry messing in and out of the arm. It took me a couple of tries to know what's wrong. From the outside it looks okay, but when sculpting it, it's not okay. Okay, fixing the hand geometry. I reenact this unfortunately because apparently I do not record it back then. I pushed it inside and it stopped doing that. It took a couple of tries and every trial it took multiple minutes for my PC to process the geometry. It's kinda sucks to scope while pushing every function that my PC can handle. I think this model is finally done. The next step should be with topology. But this video is too long already for me to edit. I will show you in the next video, in the part 4 of this build series. Later getters. I'm so sorry for really late upload for the first time of this year. Oh, Happy New Year, everybody. Either lunar or what's that thing called? Okay, not problem. Gregorian. Not really that important. This video took so much time to edit. Be- I have 2 hours worth of raw video from the day I sculpting. I could not fit all of that into this short video. I do not want to really make it that long because A, people do not want to watch it, and B, I do not want to edit a video that long. It took forever to do. Yeah, I'm so sorry for inconsistency in this video. Need to solve the order to make sense. And lastly, I do not think I like making videos. The reason I'm creating this channel is to share what I teach, share what I make. Apparently, video format isn't for me. I do not know. I think I won't include this section to the video, but yeah, I'm just taking this video by talking to you and showing some of the cutout sculpting session. I hope this extended a bit longer so you could see what I actually did. Okay, bye.